Well, hello there. Fancy meeting you. I have something to show you. This will be an unboxing video because I ordered my first skateboard from Powell Peralta, my favorite skateboard company. Not that I know too much about any skateboard company, but I do know that I have been following some of the skaters from Powell. And when I finally decided to order a board, since I kept on destroying my previous thrift store boards, I just had to go with what I know, and I went with what was the cheapest in regards to Powell Peralta. So, yeah, I have a box here. Let me switch my angle. The lighting is weird, but we'll go with it. I'm going to open this bad boy up. Just arrived today, thanks to UPS. Like I said, first board I've ever ordered offline. My dad did take me to a skate shop years and years and years ago when I was young. That's kind of how I got started. That's kind of how I got more serious. For a while when I was younger, he would take me to the local skate parks and I would skate around, but I was never really all that good. Definitely not great. And I ended up quitting for years. I ended up quitting when we moved away to a place where there was nowhere to skateboard. I mean, if I would have been desperate, I could have found a way, but it was what I say was Nowheresville, Kentucky. And it was just not very much in the way of skateboarding. So I will run a couple of details by you about the board, which I only bought because it was the cheapest Powell Peralta board. I don't personally care for the design all that much, although it does contrast nicely with my shirt. And I also thought about getting a red version of this, but it was a different size. This was a newer version of this version, slightly wider than the red one, and I thought I would go with it. Definitely the widest skateboard I've ever had. But yeah, hopefully this will last me a while. My preferred board would be any Andy Anderson board, although those are custom cuts, creative cuts, cut for the purpose of certain tricks which he likes, tricks which I cannot do because, like I said, I'm not all that good. So it would be kind of pointless for me to have an Andy Anderson board, but because he's one of my favorite skaters to watch, because of, well, the fact that it's freeing seeing him skateboard more so than with anyone else, I would like to give one of those boards a try someday if I ever strike it big. You know, if I ever win the lottery, which will be impossible since I don't even participate in the lottery. There are various flight decks, which I've heard are very strong, but can't go wrong with any of their boards, really. So I'm happy to have this. Very happy. I can't wait to give it a go. I'll go ahead and take the plastic off of it. See how the grip tape feels. I ordered it pre-taped because I don't really have the tools to do it myself. Also, I've never done it myself, so I figured it would be a little bit more professional if they did it for me. But I'll get there. I don't really plan to be anything like I said, great or even all that good when it comes to skateboarding, but I'm enjoying it quite a bit whenever I have a board that is functioning. This feels stronger than any thrift store board I've ever had. Any Goodwill board. Feels good. Feels great. But yeah, I got it for a total of around $50. It was on sale because of the holiday, 4th of July. Someone pointed out to me in the comments below my previous video, or one of my previous videos, not the rollerblading one, but the one before that, that Element was having a sale as well, and I could have gotten a $20-some board from their website. Too late. I had already purchased this one, but cats are being aggressive behind me. Kind of distracting. I had already settled on a Powell Peralta board. Like I said, that's the first website I went to. I wanted one of their boards, whatever it was going to be. And this is what it is. I do know that Christopher Height, I think I got that right, skates these types of boards with this particular design. I'm not sure what size of board he skates. He generally skates the no-nose type of board. But I have seen him skate ones like this. Other than that, I'm not sure who actually skates this board, but I'm sure someone from Powell does. And that's why it's on their website, I guess. But yeah, before I get to this board, before I actually start skating it, I'm going to see if I can complete the destruction of this board. As you can see, it is coming apart there and there. I found this board on the side of the road the day after I ordered the other board. Yeah. So I had two boards as of last week, which I had found at Goodwill a while back. Terrible boards. Probably cheaper than Walmart when they were new, but I took the wheels off of them, took the trucks off of them, plastic trucks, threw all that stuff away because it was no good, and I put these wheels on those boards, or at least one of them at the time, and I rode it. A few skate sessions in, it broke. That was last week. So that same day, I put the wheels and trucks on the other board, which I had set aside, the other thrift store board, and it lasted two tricks, literally two tricks, two jumps. So 2 boards in one day, and that's when I decided I've got to get something that's somewhat nice and, well, new. In this case, because it might save me more money in the long run than just continuing to wait around until I find something at the thrift store, buying it and then destroying it in a short amount of time. As for the wheels and trucks, yeah, I've been using these up top here for, I'd say, close to 2 years. They were on the first skateboard I ever got at Goodwill, which was, yeah, a couple of years ago. That board was actually pretty good. Lasted me a while. I finally broke it. Took them off of that, put them on another board. Then when I broke that board, I bought a Walmart board, took the wheels and trucks off of that board because I only wanted it for the actual deck. And I put the parts on that deck and used it until it broke. And I've been I've been going in that direction ever since. Just using the same wheels on every board because it works for me. The wheels don't actually match up. The ones on the bottom are different. The trucks have switched around a few times too. I have a couple different sets of trucks. That helps. I've been able to switch between those. But I've kind of gone with this for a while. And back to what I was saying about these wheels on the bottom here. These were on half a board, a broken board that was down by one of the skate parks. I found it months and months and months ago. I can't remember how long ago. I feel like it was last year at some point. Could have been this year. So yeah, that's the reason why my wheels don't match. Because the ones I found on the broken board were good. It's just that only half the board was there. I could never find the other half. So I took the wheels, the two wheels, off of that broken board. And I used them. They're bigger, stronger, slicker. They slide better on concrete, which helps me for some of my tricks. I like them to slide a little bit. They don't wear out as fast as the other wheels, so I have a couple extra ones of these in my shed, and I kind of switch them around when they start wearing. Meanwhile, these here are still bigger than those up top. So if I switch my board around as in direction mid-run, it kind of throws me off because the board is tilted higher on one end than the other, if you know what I mean. I don't know what size this board is. Obviously, it's been shortened a bit. If I hold it up, it's clearly quite a bit smaller. If you'll give me a second, I can read the description for the board, which I did end up ordering. Here it is. Powell Peralta Ripper Skateboard Deck Turquoise, shape 248. And this is, in terms of the size, 8.25 by 31.95. And there you have it. Arguably the most iconic skateboard graphic of all time. See, I don't know this stuff. The Ripper was illustrated in 1983 by legendary Powell Peralta artist V.C. Johnson. Originally, the graphic was used as a Bones Sold Here dealer window sticker. Next, the artwork found its way onto t-shirts and eventually decks. The Ripper graphic has stood the test of time and has been a staple of the Powell Peralta line for over 30 years. Originally released 1983. So more history there than I realized. And I'm sure there's history behind each and every one of their boards. I was listening to Andy Anderson describe a brand new board that's not even for sale yet, that he had been working on for quite some time. And it's fascinating, all the thought that goes into these processes. Especially when it comes to serious skaters who have made a lifestyle out of it. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. And I enjoy listening to them. I enjoy watching them. And I have been doing that. I started over a year ago watching Dan Corrigan videos. And through his channel, I found a bunch of other skate channels, including, as I already mentioned, Andy Anderson, though he is mostly just featured on everyone else's channel. And I've been watching as many skateboarding videos as I had time for ever since. Skateboarding whenever I have a chance, but it's hard for me to improve because I skateboard a couple of times a week at most. And I can go for months without skateboarding whenever I'm in between broken boards. Also, I've had a lot of other setbacks along the way. But I'm happy right now. I have a board, or what's left of it, currently put together, ready to go for tomorrow. My plan is to do some skateboarding after work. And as soon as I finish destroying that board, I will try out my new board, my brand new board or deck. Yeah. So I know this is very random, not the type of video I generally upload on this channel. This setup here is not for this channel. It's for another channel of mine, for other endeavors. Yeah. There's that angle. And these angles. And that's what I'm working with here. But I thought, why not do some unboxing? I uploaded a video of me rollerblading yesterday, I think. It's just a part 1. I did a lot more rollerblading that day. So after this video, that might be my next video. If I can finish editing that one some point this weekend. If not, well, it's because I have gone out and skateboarded and edited that footage instead. We'll see what happens, though. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and enjoy the ride. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, I guess. Peace. I keep looking into the wrong webcam because I switch it and then I forget which one I've switched it to. There we go.